Just a few points to look out for. My last main point is beware of these specific things I'm about to list. If your child is doing it, your little sister is doing it, it means that they can potentially be at risk or someone's soliciting sex from. If they spend a large amount of time online, especially at night, if you find pornography on your child's computer, if the child receives a telephone call from men or women you don't know, if they're making long-distance calls to numbers you don't recognize, if the child randomly receives mail, gifts, or packages from someone you don't know, if the child turns the computer monitor off quickly or changes the screen on the monitor when you come into the room, if the child becomes withdrawn from the family, and if the child uses an online account belonging to someone else, such as their friend's account because you don't let them go on the internet, or you can create a Yahoo name and it's under you specifically, they'll use these such things to contact the and the parents will never know about. And that was actually some missing kids that exploited children. The solution I propose to this is that the parents need to watch out and monitor their kids' activity online better, and there's such things to help, such as they have parental blocks on computers these days. In almost every computer they have firewalls. Where you should also do, you should locate your computer in a common part of the house, such as a living room where there's always going to be one other individual in there at all times. Not secluded in a bedroom where they can do anything without you knowing. You should bookmark your child's favorite websites to minimize searching and mistyped URLs. You should talk to your child and tell them exactly what is okay and what is not okay regarding websites they can visit. Make sure your child knows that they are to behave courteously and respectful while online with friends or strangers. No inappropriate talk. Don't talk to outline strangers you don't know. Just behave. Common courtesy. If you meet someone on the street, you can say hello, and that's about it. Nothing further. Don't engage anything else. Consider sharing one email address with your children. Do not give them their own, because that involves them having their own password that you may not be able to hack, their own screen name you may not know about. Have one family email address, or set up the account for the child. Clearly go over all your phone bills, your credit card bills, and any other things to search for random phone numbers, people's names, or anything that seems out of the ordinary, and then question your child about it. You should set firm time limits and rules for internet access so they're not on it at all times. And then it can be addicting, the internet, so they also want you to do it for this reason. And then you must enforce them, because if you don't, the child will waver off and do whatever they want. And then have consequences if these child violates the rules. Explain to the child if they receive any dirty pictures, pornography, or anything of that such sort, what it is, to tell the parent and the actions that should be taken upon it. And then also another note for parents who don't know what to do if their child is getting this, you should forward it to the website that I told you about, the cyber pipeline. They will look into it and see if it is actually a sexual predator trying to attack your child. Okay. Although there are already pre-existing safeguards and everything regarding children's safety, online chat rooms in existence, sometimes you're not allowed under 18 to be on there. But today we've looked at what online enticement is, the dangers it can cause, the warning signs for it, and the solution to ongoing problems. The last step is for the parents to actually take action themselves. I can only propose this, and what you guys need to do is actually go home and protect your children, protect your sisters, relatives, whatever it may be. Put the blocks on your computer. And it is important to remember that online chat rooms and websites such as MySpace and Facebook, Twitter, and all those are not safe for children and teenagers due to the variety of issues. I'm not saying that we should ban children under 18 from use of chat rooms, IMs, Yahoo Messenger, any of these such. That is far too extreme. We should not deprive a child of what we had as children ourselves and what can help keep contact with their children. But I'm also not saying that we should openly let the children use the internet. We should not just be like, oh yeah, go ahead, go on, do whatever you want. What we should do is we should always monitor them, we should have the blocks up, we should have it in a secure area, and all in all just make sure that the internet is safe for children, because in this day and age, as of right now, it is not.
So Andy, what did you think?
I thought she did a good job. She sounded confident. She knew a lot about the topic. She had really good statistics, and she was good about citing them. She had a good preview in her intro and her whole speech. She did a little too much reading, and her intro was kind of weird. I thought maybe she could have done like a better story or something to get our attention.
Okay, yeah, I thought there was a little bit of a problem with the intro. It just seems like you're starting with the topic and you're getting to what the subject is without any attention device. And at first I thought, well, there's not going to be a preview, but there was a preview, but it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the speech, and so that seems to be a little late in the process. The subject matter, I think people will appreciate. It's an interesting topic. You had some good statistical information about the number of kids who are approached. It did seem to me like you went through some of the same material 2 or 3 times, and so there needs to be a little more structure to the speech because it got repetitive internally. Let's see. At one point toward the end, you're making a reference to the website that will do an evaluation, or it's a place to report potential predators to, and I didn't really remember hearing it the first time out, and when you made a reference to it the second time, you didn't really remind us of what the site was, and I think that would have been very helpful. You got a lot of practical solutions that you're talking about at the end, so it's a problem-solution kind of structure, and you did a good job, I thought, developing solutions. But you do seem to kind of ramble on some of those, and you need to be a little bit more focused. Presentation issues, sometimes it seemed like you're rushing a bit at the beginning, but then later on you're pretty patient in the delivery. Your eye contact is inconsistent. When you're script dependent, you do a lot of reading. You're much better when you look up at the audience, but you're not doing that as much as we would like. And then there's some nervousness about your feet crossing and some little awkward things along those lines. It's 14 minutes and 30 seconds, so it does go over time by about 4.5 minutes. So like I said, I think it needs to be a little bit more focused and edited a bit. All right, thank you.